So what are the things that children will be fascinated with to know about the Prophet ﷺ? Okay, let's be fair and begin with the name. The name is very long, but why don't you memorize it and think about memorize it? Muhammad ibn Abdullah, ibn Abdul Muttalib, ibn Hashim, ibn Abd Manaf, ibn Qusay, ibn Kilab, ibn Murrah, ibn Ka'b, ibn Lu'ay, ibn Ghalib, ibn Fahr. Imagine, brothers and sisters, when you meet Rasulullah inshaAllah in Jannah and say, Ya Rasulullah, by the way, I know you by name, not just Muhammad. I know you till your grandfather. What sort of relationship will happen between you and him? He was born in 570 AC. He was made prophet and messenger at the age of 40. He remained in Mecca for 13 years. So from the age of 40 as prophet till 53. And then he remained in Medina for 10 years, from 53 till 63. What is fascinating to a child? The face. Have you ever come across a child that when he looks at a face he cries, and when he looks at another face he smiles, he or she? But of course out of familiarity. Maybe the face has got something to do with it. Maybe when the face is comfortable to look at, the baby smiles. In children terms, the face of Rasulullah was comfortable to look at. It was gentle to look at. What is the proof? The proof is the hadith that is narrated by Al-Barra ibn Azib, where he was approached by a non-companion who never saw Rasulullah, and he's asking that companion and saying, أَكَانَ وَجْهُ الرَّسُولِ صَلَى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمْ مِثْلَ السَّيْفِ? Was the face of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ like the sword, sharp, wanting to cut things? He said no. No, he was like the moon. Now imagine a child looks at the moon. Is it like looking at a sword, or a bomb, or an explosive, or a gun, or a kitchen knife even? No, of course not. So he was comfortable to look at. The child looks at the hair of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and sees a nice hair, clean hair, black hair, even at the age of 60, even at the age of 60. He was, to the children, not extremely old, not a grandfather, someone who's approachable, someone that can play with us, someone who can joke with us. Yet there is an element of respect, a father figure, of course a prophet figure. Now the eyes, there is a color contrast. The black is black, blacker than black, and whiter than white. And that's it. No red, no blood veins, and wide eyes. So imagine this. Imagine this wide eye, and imagine it in a context of smile. There is a fascinating hadith where a child says, Abdullah bin Haritha, his name, he says, مَا رَآنِي رَسُولُ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ إِلَّا وَابْتَسَمَ فِي وَجْهِهِ. Whenever Rasulullah encounters me, he smiles. Now imagine this eyes, smiling eyes, and imagine the lips. The lips are quite white, so when he speaks you can't miss it. When he say, shh, you won't miss it. When he says, Anas, come, you won't miss him. Even if you are deaf, you can see the lips. And no smelling mouth, no yellow teeth. The teeth is clean. The miswak is in the pocket. And the teeth is not broken, or has bleak, or is black, or is diseased. The gums are healthy. This is exactly what a child will be looking at when someone speaks. And it does play a tremendous role on the child, who might not understand the rationality behind each word, but will understand in which context and how is it being articulated. And then when he talks, he speaks very clear. He doesn't cough while he's speaking. You don't have to say to him, raise your voice or lower it. He speaks at your tone. And he tunes his voice in accordance to you. Not just voice-wise, but even content-wise. He looks at your age. He looks at your gender. He looks at your educational background. And he reacts and acts and advises accordingly. And that's why you have lots of companions asking the same question but receiving various answers according to the character of the personality. He speaks very visibly and very clearly, so much so that Aisha radiallahu anha says that the listener will memorize what he says. So each listener actually turns into a tape recorder because he's speaking very slowly. Not slowly to bore you or to turn you to sleep. No, slowly for you to absorb. And sometimes, as Anas ibn Malik says, he repeats what he says 3 times. Not always, but 3 times. And I can imagine that maybe he repeats 3 times for children. Maybe. Because children needs repetition.